Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratushe Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Sapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vanchakalpatarubhasya Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Welcome to all the devotees to our Bhagavatam study. Sorry, somehow we could not have class for the last 2 weeks. 1 week we had festival, other week I was traveling. But in any case, we have been discussing the prayers offered by Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj has been offering various prayers unto Lord Nrsimhadev in order to pacify him. So in those prayers, he was talking about what are those qualities that are pleasing to the Lord, who is qualified to come close to the Lord, how people are bound in this material world, how the material desires are binding us in this material world, how the desire to be in the association of devotees is more important than anything else, etc. etc. So Prahlad Maharaj was talking about all these things. Then finally, so after stating all these wonderful prayers, Prahlad Maharaj says, "My dear Lord, the material world is full of conditioned souls. It is other than you, no one can deliver them. Please kindly show your causeless mercy upon these conditioned souls and deliver them." So that was Prahlad's in a desire. About to conclude his prayers, Prahlad Maharaj submits this desire. Only Lord can deliver the conditioned souls. Other than the Lord, no one can deliver the Supreme Lord. So, O Lord of Vaikuntha, the mind contaminated with sin, wicked and uncontrollable, is not pleased with the topics about you. It is afflicted by lust and disturbed by joy, sorrow, fear, and desire for wealth. How can this wretch think of the truth about you in this mind? A conditioned soul is like this. The mind of a conditioned soul always desires to perform sinful activities, not at all show any interest in hearing about you. Because the mind is always afflicted by kama, krodha, lobha, mada, moha, matsara, irsha, dvesha, puja, la, pratishtha. So, such a person, what possibility is there that he will listen to you? He will listen to your pastimes. He will chant your holy names. Very difficult. Then he says that Jivai kasochuta vikarshati ma vitrupta shishnonyatastvag udaram sharanam kutaschit ग्रानोन्यतस चपलदृक् क्वच कर्म शक्तिर bhavya sapatnya iva geha patim lunanti. In this verse he says that, "Oh Lord, my tongue," of course Prahlad Maharaj putting himself in that low condition state, but it is not about him, it is about all of us. My tongue pulls me in one direction, genital pulls me in another direction, my skin in one direction, stomach in direction, ear in direction, like that different senses pull me in different directions. My nose and fickle eye pull me elsewhere. They have the power to act in this way. Just as many cowives destroy the master of the house, like that, the different senses, by pulling in different directions, they destroy the master, the soul. What hope is there for such a conditioned soul to get delivered on his own efforts? Such a person can't even listen to your pastime, then what effort can you do to attain liberation? It is only you, by your causeless mercy, you can deliver such a conditioned soul. Please deliver such conditioned souls. So that was the request of Prahlad Maharaj unto the Lord. And this request goes all the way up to text number 45. So last week we stopped with text number 40 and today we'll continue with text number 41 onwards. So he says that the differences senses will pull me in different places. Some are pulling here and there, some are pulling towards women, some are pulling towards earning wealth, some are pulling towards beating others. So like that. Thus, being pulling me in different direction, they are destroying me. Thus, I have no time for chanting. Not only me, but all people are suffering in samsara because of this kind of condition. Then, my dear Lord, you only can deliver all of us. Please deliver us. So, with that intention, now Prahlad Maharaj is going to offer prayers, offer request, humbly submit his Nivedana. So, to deliver all such conditioned souls who have these problems, which are mentioned in the last two verses, 39 and 40. So, today we'll continue from text number 41. एवं स्वकर्मपतितं भववैतरण्याम्
एवं स्वकर्मपतितं भव वैतरण्याम्
अन्योन्यजन्ममरणाशनभीतभीतम्
अन्योन्यजन्ममरणाशनभीतभीतम्
पश्यन् जनं स्वपरविग्रहवैरमैत्रम्
पश्यं जनं स्वपरविग्रहवैरमन्त्रम्
हन्तेति पारचर हन्तेति पारचरपिप्रि मूढमध्या
हन्तेति पारचरपि ब्रूहि मूढमत्या. My dear Lord, you are always transcendently situated on the other side of the river of death. But because of the reactions of our own activities, we are suffering on this side. Indeed, we have fallen into this river and are repeatedly suffering the pains of birth and death and eating horrible things. Now kindly look upon us, not only upon me, but also upon all others who are suffering. And by your causeless mercy and compassion, deliver us and maintain us.
Yeah. So here Prahlad Maharaj is saying that I see that all these conditioned souls who have fallen in the material world by their karma, similar to the Vaitarani river. So Prahlad Maharaj is saying that actually there is one Vaitarani river and hellish planets at other place. But even before going there, by one's own material desires, by one's own sinful activities, we have made the current world, the place where we are, this itself as Vaitarani river. Means this itself as hell. They are filled with extreme fear concerning eating, birth, death, making friends, enemies, and quarreling with family members and others. So somebody may ask you, what do you mean by this place is Vaitan River? What do you mean by this place is hell? Hell means there is only concern about eating, sleeping, mating, defending, birth, death, friends, enemies, family members, property divisions, this, that, all these things are only going on. And all these things are putting one in extreme fear. What will happen next? What will happen next? Kya hoga? Kaise hoga? Kya hoga? Something like that. Oh Lord, only you can help them cross the river. Deliver these fools today. Adya. Prahlad Maharaj is not telling that, please deliver them at the end of their life. No, no. Today, right now. Hanteti parachara pipruhi Mudamadya. This because these are all Mudas. They have already made this place as a hell and they are on the path to hell. If they are allowed to stay some more time, their tenure in hell will increase and they make this place as more and more hellish. It is better that they should be delivered immediately. It's like that. The people have fallen in samsara, like the river leading to hell, Vaitaranyam. They quarrel with others and their own family members and make friends and enemies of them. O Lord, who can help us cross the Vaitharna river? Because you have this nature, save them and take them over the Vaitarani by your mercy. It is your nature that to show compassion and mercy upon everyone. You are Karuna Nidhi. So please uh, establish that you are Karunanidhi by delivering all the conditioned souls. Otherwise, this place becomes more and more. So in that way, no, Prahlad Maharaj is requesting the Lord like this. So many years back, once Krishna and Dhruv was sharing one story, like something like this only. Like a sadhu comes to one village, and four category types of people come to him, and the sadhu is giving four different variety of blessings to all of them. First, the prince came. So he told that, may you live long. Then a butcher came. Not like that. May you live long. And then a sannyasi came. Not even sannyasi. So what was that? Yeah, for sannyasi, he tells the fourth blessing. So if you want to live, you can live. If you want to die, you can die. So like that. And then a brahmachari came. First, a prince comes. For a prince, he says that may you live long. Then brahmachari comes. For brahmachari, he says that may you die soon. And for a butcher, he says that don't live, don't die. For a sannyasi, he says that if you want, you can live. If you don't want, you can die. So like that. Later on, one of the disciples asked, why, my dear Guru Maharaj, you have given such kind of blessings? Then he says that for a prince, see, right now he is enjoying. If he dies, he may have to go to suffering. So better let him enjoy for some more time. For a butcher, his life itself is so miserable that if he lives, it is miserable to him. If he dies, he will go to hell and it will be miserable to him. So better he should not live and better he should not die. Because either way it is miserable to him. So in that way it stopped. So then what should do? So for such a butcher whose life is already full of sinful activities, and if he dies, he will go to hell and go through misery. They already miserable and go through misery in the future after death. So what is the solution? Deliverance. So all the conditioned souls are like this butcher. We are already in misery. After we die, we are sure to get more misery. So what is the solution? According to the sadhu, don't live, don't die. Because your living is the cause of misery and your dying is also cause of misery. So solution is deliverance. Oh my dear Lord, for such a people who don't have any option to live, any option to die, there is only one option left is your causeless mercy. Take them back home, back to Godhead. Of course, for a sannyasi, he is already delivered. If he is here, he will help many people. If he wants, he can go back home, back to Godhead. There is no harm. And for a brahmachari, is anyway leading austere life. It is better to go back to Godhead immediately instead of staying here unnecessarily. So in that way. So our we can correlate our condition with our butcher. So who don't have any adhikar for living, any adhikar for dying also. Such a person can only look for the mercy of the Supreme Lord. No other way. Which Prahlad Maharaj is saying here. So then Lord asks, oh, like that, huh? How can I alone deliver all people? So you are telling me to deliver. I can deliver you, but why are you asking about all people? Person. Then Prahlad Maharaj says, no, my dear Lord, you are not a single ordinary person. You are the Guru of all beings. You can deliver. How? For that, Prahlad Maharaj tells now how the Lord has the ability to deliver each and every conditioned soul. कोन्वत्र ते किल गुरो भगवन् प्रहास्या
कोन्वत्र तेऽखिल गुरो भगवन् प्रयास
उत्तारणेस्य भवसम्भवलोपहेतो
उत्तारणेस्य भवसम्भवलोपहेतो
मूढेषु वै महदनुग्रह आर्तबन्धो
मूढेषु वै महदनुग्रह आर्तबन्धो
किं तेन ते प्रियजनान् अनुसेवतां न
किं तेन ते प्रियजनाम् अनुसेवतां नः. O my Lord, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, original spiritual master of the entire world, what is the difficulty for you who manage the affairs of the universe in delivering the fallen souls engaged in your devotional service? You are the friend of all suffering humanity, and for great personalities, it is necessary to show mercy to the foolish. Therefore, I think that you will show your causeless mercy to persons like us who engage in your service.
Hmm. Here, Prahlad Maharaj is indicating that you have the qualification, no, you have the ability to deliver everyone. O Guru of all beings, O Lord, what effort is required for you to deliver everyone? Since you are the cause of creation, maintenance, and destruction of the universe. If you can create unlimited universes, maintain them, and destroy them, can't you deliver one universe? O friend of the suffering, O Arthabandho, you are the most compassionate. Mahad Anugraha. किसके लिए मूढ़े शिवाय महत अनुग्रह. You are the most compassionate to the fools. But why do you have to deliver us? If the Lord asks that, no, forget about all of them. You ask for your deliverance. Why you are worrying about the deliverance of other conditions? You ask about your, I will deliver you, I will deliver you right away. Then Prahlad says, why do you have to deliver us? We simply serve your devotees and get delivered. My dear Lord, you don't worry about me. I already have a guru, Narada Muni. By serving his lotus feet, I will be delivered automatically. You don't have to worry about me. But you please show your mercy upon all the conditioned souls who need your anugraha, mahad anugraha, who need your causeless mercy to be delivered. So like the Prahlad says. Therefore, all people should be delivered, since it is possible for you alone who take the form of Guru to expand yourself into billions of forms. It is you who appear again and again in the form of Guru. So you can deliver. You should not say that you do not have that ability. If you are the cause of the creation, maintenance, and destruction of the universe, you should be the cause of deliverance also. You can deliver everyone also. If when Shastra says that you are the creator, maintainer, destroyer, if you are the creator, maintainer, and destroyer of the entire universe, you can deliver the entire universe also. So you cannot say that you don't have that capacity to deliver. That is your duty. You are the most compassionate to the foolish. It is your duty. It is not that I am requesting you. It is your duty to deliver everyone. I am just reminding you. That's all. Now it is the time for deliverance. It's like that Prahlad is requesting the Lord. So Prahlad says, I will deliver you and those related to you, but do not be stubborn. So Prahlad, don't ask that everyone should be delivered. I will deliver you, and also some people who are very close to you, like your classmates and all, I will deliver them also. But don't be stubborn that everyone should be delivered. Then Prahlad says, why should I talk of your delivering us? Since we will simply serve your devotees, we will be delivered automatically from the power of serving your devotees. So, my dear Lord, you don't have to worry about deliverance of me and the people who are very close to me. By serving your devotees, your representatives like Narada Muni, we are automatically delivered. I am not worried about myself or my friends. I am worried about the conditioned souls. Please deliver them. So like that, Prahlad is indicating. Next, in order to establish that he will be delivered by serving his own guru and Lord's pure devotees, he says that how will he be delivered by serving the guru? Naivodvijay paraduratyayavaitaranyas.
नैवोद्विजे परदुरत्ययवैतरण्या
त्वद्वीर्यगायनमहामृतमग्नचित्ता
तद्वीर्यगायनमहामृतमग्नचित्ता
सोचेततो विमुखचेतस इन्द्रियार्ता
शोचे ततो विमुखचेतस इन्द्रियार्था
मायासु कायभरमुद्वहतो विमूढान्
माया सुखाय भरमुद्वहतो विमूढान्. The best of the great personality. I am not at all afraid of material existence, for wherever I stay, I am fully absorbed in thoughts of your glories and activity. My concern is only for the fools and rascals who are making elaborate plans for material happiness and maintaining their families, societies, and countries. I am simply concerned with love for them.
Yeah, so his point is that I am not worried about me. I can be delivered by serving your devotees. How will he serve his Lord devotees? I am not disturbed by the insurmountable Vaitarani of the material worlds, since my mind is always absorbed in the great sweetness of singing your glories. I am continuously singing your glories. But I lament for the fools who are averse to you, who carry the burden of material responsibilities for gaining material happiness from sense objects, who does not have any affection towards your lotus feet. Instead, they have affection for all the material weights. So they are carrying a lot of weight. So I'm worried about them. So in that way. But I do not pray for deliverance from samsara for myself, O Supreme Lord. I am not disturbed by Vaitarani, the river of hell, because I am completely absorbed in the great ocean of chanting your glories. In comparison to the ocean of your glories, the Vaitarani river is nothing. It will be nowhere seen. But I lament for the fools who carry the burden of family and ornaments in order to get material happiness from sense objects. I am worried about the people with materialistic desires. So please deliver them. That is my request. Not delivering me. So like that is saying. Still Lord says, please accept liberation. The sages with great knowledge will teach you the process of liberation. See, so many sages, they are asking for liberation and they know how to attain liberation also. If you ask for liberation, I will bless you that you say that you take shelter of some gurus. So such kind of gurus will come and they will teach you about how to attain liberation. Ask for liberation. Like that, Lord is kind of instigating Prahlad. Then Prahlad responds. What is the problem with those sages who are aspiring liberation? So why one should not accept such people as one's guru? So that is being indicated in the next verse. प्रायेण देवमुनया स्वविमुक्तिकामा
प्रायेण देवमुनया स्वमुक्तिकामा
मौनं चरन्ति विजनेन परार्थनिष्ठा
मौनं चरन्ति विजनेन परार्थनिष्ठा
नैतान् विहाय कृपणान् विमुमुक्षक एको
नैतान् विहाय कृपणां विमुमुक्ष एको
नान्यं त्वदस्य चरणं भ्रमतोऽनुपश्ये
नान्यं त्वदस्य शरणं भ्रमतोऽनुपश्येत्. My dear Lord Nrsimhadev, I see that there are many saintly persons indeed, but they are interested only in their own deliverance, not caring for the big cities and towns. They go to the Himalayas or the forest to meditate with vows of silence, Maun Vrata. They are not interested in delivering others. As for me, however, I do not wish to be liberated alone, leaving aside all these poor fools and rascals. I know that without Krishna consciousness, without taking shelter of your lotus feet, one cannot be happy. Therefore, I wish to bring them back to shelter at your lotus feet.
So here, when Lord says that no, you ask for liberation, and I'll bless you that you will come in touch with a guru who can teach you how to attain liberation. Then Lord says that, oh Lord, generally such sages, desiring their own liberation, practice silence and live alone, not interested in others' welfare. Rejecting those misery sages, I do not desire liberation all alone. See, I neither want liberation nor I want association of such yogis who are on the path of attaining liberation. I do not see any shelter other than you for those wandering blindly in this material world. My dear Lord, don't worry about me, forget about me. I am asking you to deliver all these conditioned souls who cannot be delivered on their own. So please deliver all of them by your causeless mercy. That is the request of Prahlad Maharaj. The sages act for liberation, but I do not want to be like that. I do not desire liberation. Other than you, I do not see anyone else as a shelter who is fit to become Guru, who is the worthy object of worship. Only you can deliver all of us. Neither I am interested in liberation, nor I recommend anybody to go to such a yogis to learn about how to get liberation. So I recommend everyone to come to you only. So then Lord says, why? See, people are already happy. Why you want that people should get liberation? You are thinking that they are on the path to hell and they are suffering. Alice, don't worry. The people will be happy by enjoying women, and in that way they become free of misery. They have different means of enjoying in this world. So why are you so much worried about their deliverance when they are not worried? They are happy. They are making different plans to get more and more happiness. So let them be like that. Leave them alone. Something like that, Lord says. For this, Prahlad Maharaj says, my dear Lord, you may be thinking that they may be happy in the association of opposite sex, but it is not the real happiness. What is the problem with that? यन्मैथुनादिगृहमेधि सुखं हि तुच्छम्
यन्मैथुनादिगृहमेधि सुखं हि तुच्छम्
कण्डूयनेन करयोरिव दुःखदुःखम्
कण्डूयनेव करयोरिव दुःखदुःखम्
तृप्यन्ति नेह कृपणा बहु दुःखभाजा
तृप्यन्ति नेह कृपणा बहु दुःखभाजः
कण्डूतिवन्मनसिजं विसहेत धीरा
कण्डूतिवन्मनसिजं विषहेत धीरः Translation: Sex life is compared to the rubbing of two hands to relieve an itch. Grahamedis, so-called grahastas, who have no spiritual knowledge, think that this itching is the greatest platform of happiness, although actually it is a source of distress. The Kripanas, the fools who are just the opposite of Brahmanas, are not satisfied by repeated sensuous enjoyment. Those who are dhira, however, who are sober and who tolerate this itching, are not subjected to the sufferings of fools and rascals.
So when Lord says that, oh my dear Prahlad, why are you so much worried about these people? They are trying to find out different means of happiness and overcoming the current miseries and all. Let them be alone. Then Lord says, actually, my dear Lord, they don't know what they are doing. What are the different means of trying to counteract the misery and get happiness? They actually do not understand it. So don't try to dissuade me here and there. So like that, to make his point, clear to the Lord. So Prahlad Maharaj is now speaking this verse. So wherein he says that the insignificant happiness of household life and sex life is like the increased suffering created by rubbing itchy hands together. Though they experience great suffering, the lusty fool still cannot see that there is no satisfaction in household life. The wise man, however, tolerates the lust, which is actually suffering. So basically, the foolish people cannot understand that this is not the real solution. Instead, it only leads to more and more misery. But only the wise understand and tolerate this desire. As Lord Krishna also says in Bhagavad Gita, Adyantavanta Kaunteya Ramateshu Nadebuda. So it's like Ei Samsparchaja Bhoga Dukka Yome Evate Adyantavanta Kaunteya Nateshu Ramate Buddha. The intelligent people never take part in this act, in this particular things which ultimately lead to misery in that way. But rubbing the hands together to relieve itching causes the suffering to increase. Then they should become disgusted and become liberated. Oh, my dear Prahlad, if that is the case, if that is causing suffering and it increases the suffering, then they should become disgusted and they should become liberated from this world on their own. Why are you worried so much? Then Prahlad Maharaj says, though these lusty people receive plenty of suffering, they do not think that it is impossible to be satisfied with the happiness of household life, which is another form of suffering. So, even though their every activity leading them misery, but still they never realize that okay, it is because of this household life all these miseries are coming. That they will never understand. It is because of material existence the miseries are coming. So let me get out of this material world. Such kind of thought will never come in the mind of such kind of foolish people. That's what Prahlad Maharaj is saying. It is not that easy to come to that conclusion. Then Lord says, but one sees that some become disgusted. But we see that some people are getting disgusted, some people become renounced. Yeah, my dear Lord, that is true. A person who becomes wise by your mercy tolerate the lust born of the mind, which is suffering itself, and they become disgusted and sober. And that is also possible by your mercy. Without your mercy, none of these things are possible. Neither becoming disgusted, nor becoming renounced, nor attaining liberation. Any of these things are not possible without your causeless mercy. Even if some become, that is also by your causeless mercy. Now I request you to show your causeless mercy upon every conditioned soul who is like this, who does not understand that they are in misery. So like that, in the 6 verses, 39 to 45, 6 or 7 verses. So Prahlad Maharaj is making a strong request. Why? It is the duty of the Supreme Lord to deliver all the conditioned souls. Other than He, no one can deliver. And no other means of deliverance is not at all suitable for such miserable conditioned souls of this material world, who does not even understand their misery, who does not even understand that they need liberation. So like that. So thus in these verses, this particular thing is um, indicated.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Mataji.
Prabhuji, just one point I came across. Maybe, I mean, this was a shocking thing for me, but I just came across a video where there are individuals who are forming clubs where even for the elderly they are promoting live-in relationship. So this Bhagavatam verse, I mean, it has already predicted all that what is going to happen. I mean, I was just trying to connect and yes, it is so true. It's absolutely true, whatever Bhagavatam is stating.
Hmm. Yeah, it is very difficult to understand this particular concept. The material existence still is a cause of misery. That is very difficult. On the other hand, the modern man is trying to find out different ways and means of getting happiness. But they also know that none of these ways and means give them the real happiness.
Yes.
They may introduce, they may invite, they may invent new mediums, but ultimately everything becomes futile.
Yes.
So, other devotees, is everything is okay? Any questions?
No questions, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, no question, but I just wanted to share something. Like I was hearing His Holiness Radha Govind Maharaj's lecture about this Prahlad Maharaj's teaching. Like, so it was mentioned by him that in one of the Brahmanda, Lord delivered all the souls in that Brahmanda in all the species because just
Hmm.
because to satisfy his pure devotee Prahlada. It was
Okay.
quite amazing for me to to listen to that. That yeah, wow! Like because of one devotee's prayer, all the souls in one Brahmanda were liberated. Like
Yeah,
that.
that is true. By the request of one devotee, Lord does anything and everything. Like Advaitacharya called for the Supreme Lord to descend. The Lord appeared as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So like that, for every avatara to come, there is always a prayer of some devotee. And whenever a avatara comes, a huge number of conditioned souls will be liberated. That is always there.
And so much of a compassion Prahlad Maharaj is exhibiting in his prayers. Like he has
Hmm.
no nothing he has for his own self, in spite of undergoing so much miseries.
Hmm.
He's just praying for
So,
us.
yeah, there are two things. One is Prahlad himself is a great devotee. Second thing, he has been hearing from Narada Muni for so many hundreds and thousands of years. We can also understand that what is the mood of Narada Muni. The mood of Prahlada that is depicting here is nothing but the mood he acquired from Narada Muni.
Yeah.
So that way you can understand now what kind of person Narada Muni is.
Yes.
So now the last section, the last five prayers offered by Prahlad Maharaj. In this, the Lord again kind of asked some questions. No, no, why you are again same question? Why are you so much worried about all these people? They have other means. Some different means are there. They will be delivered. Don't worry. So some of those things will be discussed now. So Prahlad says, yes, they may be expert in so many different means, but none of those means can award them complete perfection. No material means can award one spiritual perfection other than your mercy. That is the ultimate conclusion now. So now we see that Lord is saying that Brahmanas gain perfection by liberation through practices for liberation such as observing silence. So Brahmanas who are by birth are trained in performing austerities and other things and all Vedic study, all these things. They will be delivered. So you are telling that everyone is conditioned, so but Brahmanas are not conditioned. They know what, by doing what they can attain deliverance, they will be delivered. So then Prahlad says, "O Lord, O Paramatma, what can I reveal to you? You know everything. You are Paramatma, you are the knower of everything. There are 10 famous causes for liberation mentioned. But in spite of possessing all these 10 things, there is no guarantee that a Brahmana can deliver himself. So, my dear Lord, don't think that just by being Brahmana, just by possessing some wonderful qualities, one cannot be delivered completely other than your mercy. Your mercy is very much important. Your mercy, the first thing, all other things are the second or next things. That Prahlad Maharaj indicates here now. मौनव्रतश्रुततपोऽध्यायन स्वधर्मा
मौनो व्रतश्रुततपोध्यानाय स्वधर्मा
व्याख्यारहो जपसमादय आपवर्ग्या
व्याख्यारहो जप समाध्याय अपवर्ग
Praya param purusha. Praya param purusha te tu ajitendriyanam.
Praya param purusha sate tavya ajitendriyanam.
वार्ता भवन्ति उत न वार्ततुभिं धाम्बिकानाम्
Varta bhavayanti utana vratatu dambhikanam. Translation. O Supreme Personality of Godhead, there are 10 prescribed methods on the path to liberation: to remain silent, not to speak to anyone, to observe vows, to amass all kinds of Vedic knowledge, to undergo austerities, to study the Vedas and other Vedic literatures, to execute the duties of Varnashrama Dharma, to explain the Shastras, to stay in a solitary place, to chant mantras silently, and to be absorbed in trance. These different methods for liberation are generally only a professional practice and means of livelihood for those who have not conquered their senses, because such persons are falsely proud. These procedures may not be successful. Hare Krishna.
So just like if you remember Bhagavad Gita 13th chapter, there are 20 items of knowledge which award one liberation if one follows them properly. So they are the 20 sadhana angas of Jnana Marga, wherein Bhagavad Gita Lord Krishna says, Amanitvam, Adamnitvam, Ahimsa, Kshantirarjavam, Acharyopasanam, Saucham, Stairyam, Atma Vinigraha. Indriyarteshu Vairagyam, Anahankara Evacha, Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadi Dukkha Doshanu Darshanam. Asakti Ranabhiswanga Putradara Grahadishu Nityam Cha Samashittatvam Ishtanishtopapatishu. Mai Chananya Yogena Bhaktir Avyabhicharini Vivikta Desha Sevitvam Aratir Jana Samshadi Adhyatma Jnana Nityatvam Tattva Jnanartha Darshanam Etad Jnana Miti Proktam Ajnanam Yad Ato Anyata. These are the 20 items of knowledge following which a person can attain liberation. And every Brahmana knows about all these 20 items. Of course, here in this particular verse, the 10 items are mentioned. The 20 have become condensed to 10 items, combining and ignoring few of them. So 10 items. So Brahmanas know that following these 10 items or some among these 10 items, they can attain liberation. Yeah, they know all these things. But what happens? What are the 10 things? Oh Lord, silence, maunam, vows, vrata, scriptural knowledge, struta, austerity, tapa, tapasya, reading the Vedas, adhyayana, following one's dharma, swadharma. If a Brahmana is a Grihastha, follow Grihastha dharma. If a Brahmana is Vanaprastha, follow Vanaprastha dharma. If a Brahmana is Sannyasi, follow Sannyasi dharma. Brahmachari, Brahmachari dharma. And then Vyakya raho, living alone. Japa, chanting japa. Samadhaya and Samadhi. Apavargaya. These are the different things that lead to Apavarga, Sahajya. But generally, these items become a means of livelihood for persons who cannot control their senses. Yeah, Shastra says that if somebody follows all these 10 things or some of these 10 things, they will attain Apavarga. But for a person who is Ajitendriya, for Ajitendriya people, Praya param purushatetu ajitendriyanam varta bhavanti. Varta means the means of livelihood. All these things bring them the wealth to lead their life. But generally, these items become a means of livelihood for persons who cannot control their senses, ajitendriyanam, or they become the professions for impostors. Utana vartatu dambikanam. For the dambikas, all this becomes their professions. They display their exploitation things and they mesmerize people with people by looting their wealth. So like that. Though Shastra says these 10 things are means of liberation, but people use them as the means of livelihood. and some people use them as the means of cheating others. Raha means living alone. Vyakya raho, living alone. If they have uncontrolled senses, however, their endeavors become means of livelihood for gaining sense enjoyment. The endeavor sometimes becomes the occupation of impostors. However, it is not a set rule that all will become imposter. Not that everyone becomes imposter, but some can become imposter. They enact that they are mauna. They are so they sit at one place and they don't speak as if they don't speak at all, and they get money from people. So like that. So though Shastra says that the Brahmanas follow these 10 things to attain liberation, but if that Brahmana is not a self-controlled, all these 10 things become the means of his livelihood. And sometimes they may use it for hitting others. Like that. Then Prahlad Maharaj continues. रूपे इम रूपे इमे सदसति तव वेद सृष्टे
रूपे इमे सदसति तव वेद सृष्टे
बीजाङ्कुराविव न चान्यद आरुपक्ष्य आरुपकस्य
बीजाङ्कुराविव न चान्यदरूपकस्य
बीजाङ्कुराव इव न चान्यदरूपकस्य
बीजाङ्कुराविव न चान्यदरूपकस्य
युक्ता समक्षमुभयत्र विचक्षन्ते त्वाम्
युक्ता समक्षमुभयत्र विचक्षन्ते त्वाम्
योगेन वह्निमिव दारुषु नान्यतस्यात्
योगेन वह्निमिव दारुषु नान्यस्त्यात्. Translation. By authorized Vedic knowledge, one can see that the forms of cause and effect in the cosmic manifestation belong to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, for the cosmic manifestation is His energy. Both cause and effect are nothing but energies of the Lord. Therefore, O my Lord, just as a wise man, by considering cause and effect, can see how fire pervades wood, those engaged in devotional service understand how you are both the cause and effect.
So Lord says that no, don't say like that. Everyone is not like an uncontrolled person. There could be some controlled people also. They will attain liberation. So why are you so pessimistic that no everyone is a uncontrolled person? So why are you saying like that? Then Prahlad Maharaj says, "O Lord, you who possess no material form, arupakasya, have two forms, like a sprout and a seed. Though, my dear Lord, constitutionally you do not have any material form, but still, from the practical point of view, the seed, you are the seed and you are the sprout. That means you are known as the effect and cause. The sprout is the effect, seed is the cause, revealed in the Vedas. This is what is revealed in the Vedas about you. You are not different from either form. The wise seek you out directly in both forms by Bhakti Yoga and no other method, just as fire is produced in wood by rubbing alone. So, here, with an example, Prahlad Maharaj is saying that, my dear Lord, so you are the seed and you are the cause. As Parabrahma, you are the seed. At the universe, you are the cause. You are the effect. You are the sprout or you are effect. So, in one sense, though you do not possess any material form, and these two are non-different from you. The Parabrahman is non-different from you, and the universe is also non-different from you. All these things are mentioned in the Vedas. But even though you may be talking about the liberation which is attained by some Brahmanas who are self-controlled, who can practice any of these 10 items and attain liberation, but my dear Lord, if this universe is the cause, Parabrahma is the seed. If Parabrahma is if the universe is effect, Parabrahma is the seed or cause. If Parabrahma is the effect, then Bhagavan is the seed. So, though you are telling that do something to attain liberation and all, but we don't want to do something for attain liberation. Instead, we want to do something to attain Bhagavan. The wise people seek you out directly in both the forms by Bhakti Yoga and no other method. Just as fire is produced in wood by rubbing alone. You are talking about the 10 items of jnana and all. But the wise people don't go after these 10 items of jnana. Instead, they take shelter of bhakti only to attain you and your complete future. Instead of attaining your Parabrahma future. Even though those brahmanas who may be self-controlled, who may be expert in practicing all these 10 things, but if they practice any of these 10 things or all of 10 things without bhakti, they will never ever attain your Brahman future, Parabrahma future. They will never ever attain Sahajamukti. Like that. Cause and effect like seed and sprout, flowing from one to the other. The total and individual forms are your two forms. This universe as a total and as a part is not different from you. You do not have a material form. Though the entire universe is you, though the Parabrahma is you, but they are not different from your Bhagavan form. So the wise people are not interested neither in the universe nor in the Parabrahma, but they are only interested in your Bhagavan feature. Those with intelligence search to attain you as both the whole and the part, since you are their final cause. They search by Bhakti Yoga, not by other process like Jnana, not by the 10 items mentioned in the previous verse. Bhaktyaham ekaya graya, I am only achieved by Bhakti. Fire is revealed by rubbing. Just like the 10 items of Jnana which you have spoken are like the wood, but inside wood there is fire. That fire is like Bhakti. When there is no fire, there is no use of wood. So like that. If the fire is not stored inside the wood, if by rubbing two woods you cannot bring out fire, there is no use of that wood. Similarly, when these 10 items of jnana are practiced without any bhakti within it, they are useless. So like that. That's why the wise people only take shelter of bhakti instead of taking shelter of any of these 10 things. So like that, Prahlad Mahar actually kept the 10 things aside. Yeah, though some brahmanas might practice all these 10 things, some of the 10 things, but we devotees are not interested in those 10 things. So like that. Then he further says, Tvam vayuragniravaniryadambumatra
त्वं वायुरग्निर्वनिर्वियदम्बुमात्रा
pranendriyani hridayam chidanugrahascha
प्राणेन्द्रियाणि हृदयं चिदनुग्रहश्च
sarvam tvameva saguno vigunascha bhuman
सर्वं त्वमेव सगुणो विगुणश्च भूमन्
नान्यत्वदस्ति अपमनवचसा निरुक्तम्
नान्यत्वदस्त्यपि मनोवचसा निरुक्तम्. O Supreme Lord, you are actually the air, the earth, fire, sky, and water. You are the objects of sense perception, the life force, the five senses, the mind, consciousness, and false ego. Indeed, you are everything subtle and gross, the material elements and anything expressed, either by the words or by the mind, are nothing but you.
So then Lord might ask that how am I the universe? How can you say that I am the universe? I am not different from the universe. Then Prahlad Maharaj says, O Supreme Lord, you are the air, you are the earth, you are the fire, you are the sky, you are the water. You are the objects of sense perception. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. You are the life airs. You are the senses, Jnanendriyas and Karmendriyas. You are the mind. You are the intelligence. You are Ahankara. You are the Chetana. And you are the sense Devatas. So if you remember third canto, when Mahavishnu glances upon Prakriti, Prakriti produces 24 elements. Mahatattva, that is Chitta, Ahankara, Man, Buddhi, five Jnanendriyas, five Karmendriyas, 10 Pranas, 5 grass elements, and 5 Tanmatras. So all these things are produced from Prakriti by the glands of Mahavishnu upon Prakriti. That means they are all Lord's energies. They are all in one sense non-different from the Supreme Lord. Being the energy of the Supreme Lord, they are non-different from the Supreme Lord. That's why Prahlad Maharaj, namingly each and everyone, he says, you are the earth, water, fire, air, ether, you are the Shabdas, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, you are 5 Jnanendriyas, you are 5 Karmendriyas, you are 10 Pranas, and you are Man, Buddhi, Ankara, and Chetana. And you are also the 14 sense Devatas. Vasudeva, Rudra, Brahma, and Soma, the five five devatas of the five Jnanendriyas and 5 devatas of the 5 Karmendriyas. Man, Buddhi, Ahankara, the 14 devatas are also you. You are everything that is subtle and gross. Everything expressed either by the words or by the mind is nothing but you. So whatever we can speak of, whatever we can think of in this world, all these are nothing but you. That means Sarvam Kalam Idam Brahma. Everything is your manifestation only. Everything is expansion of your energy only. And hence it is non different from you. So everything is included. This is explained. What is mentioned in the previous verse is explained further. Hridayam means mind. Chit means chitta. Anugraha, ear, one who favors. This means the devatas. You are the grass and the subtle. What is revealed by the mind and words is only you. Everything that we can speak, everything that we can think is also nothing but the Supreme Lord. It's like that. That means basically whatever we conceive of in this material world is all Supreme Lord only. So, as an effect, as a sprout, the entire universe is nothing but you only. Like that,
Hare
Prahlad
Krishna.
Maharaj is indicated.
Prabhuji, like I didn't understand the last line what was said, na, that whatever is expressed, anything expressed either by the words or by the mind
Hmm.
are nothing but you. Like means through words, it's not that always the glorification of Lord comes up. Means at least by the
No,
those
no,
who
no,
are not.
no. Here, not about the spiritual glories. Anything in the material world that we speak, that we think of, that is also you. Here,
Means
nothing about the spiritual thing.
whatever
The en-
demons. Yeah, okay.
no, not demons and all. In general, which is agreeable as per the Vedic literature, as per Shastra, in that way. May not be spiritual, but on the Dharma platform, on the Dharma ground.
Hare
Okay.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Or it
Uh,
should be understood probably like that means through the senses which are given by the Lord. So
uh,
whatever we are able to speak, it is because of the power of the senses comes through the Lord, and that is
mm.
why in a way manifestation of the Lord like that it should be.
No, no. See, you don't
The
have to think about all
ability
those
to
things.
speak.
No need to go get into so much analysis. Simple. Basically, the entire universe is you. Now, the question is, so what do you mean by the universe? What the universe is made up of? From on the general outlet, we can say that the universe is made up of 24 elements.
Yeah.
Is that's all? One may say. So not only that, but whatever we can speak, when the with the combination of 24 elements, there is something called as human being. There is something called as table, something called as home, something called as river. So there is water. Water is a abstract element, but the water in the form of ocean, water in the form of river, water in the form of lake. So like that. everything that we can call with a name, everything that we can conceive within our mind, they are all you only. So one may say that, okay, earth element could be the Lord, but not my home. Not like that. Everything in the material world, every object or every person with a name and form is nothing but you. So like that.
Okay, thank you.
Hmm. Ah, yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, I just wanted to say that the abilities that every living entity has, that comes from the Lord.
Ah,
Does it mean
yes.
like that?
Yeah, that is also, but Prahlad Maharaj is not going to that extent. He is just saying objectively, everything that we see in front of our eyes is nothing but you only. It is all your manifestation.
Okay.
Hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah. So of course, we can also consider somebody's intelligence, somebody's ability, somebody's expertise. All these things are also but nothing but the Lord, as the Lord says in Bhagavad Gita, Vibhuti Yoga. So that also we can take, but we don't want to go to that extent also. Even before that, much before that, everything is the Lord. Okay, so we'll continue. Naite gunana gunino mahadyadayo ye
Naite gunan gunino mahadadayo ye
सर्वे मन सर्वे मन प्रभृत्यय सहदेव मर्त्या
सर्वे मन प्रभृतयः सहदेवमर्त्या
आद्यन्तवन्त उरुगाय विदन्ति हि त्वाम्
आद्यन्तवन्त उरुगाय विदन्ति हि त्वाम्
एवं विमृश्य सुधियो विरमन्ति शब्दात्
एवं विमृश्य सुधियो विरमन्ति शब्दात्. Neither the three modes of material nature, Sattvagun, Rajogun, and Tamogun, nor the predominating deities controlling these three modes, nor the five gross elements, nor the mind, nor the demigods, nor the human beings can understand your lordship, for they are all subjected to birth and annihilation. Considering this, the spiritually advanced have taken to devotional service. Such wise men hardly bother with Vedic study. Instead, they engage themselves in practical devotional service.
So when Prahlad Maharaj said that you are the 24 elements and you are also everything that is made by the combination of these 24 elements, which can be called with the name and thought. Then Lord said that no, then use them, Munna. Why are you asking me to deliver all these people? Use all the 24 elements, all these wonderful things, that intelligent, Chetana, all these things, and deliver all the living entities. All these things can help you to deliver. So then Prahlad Maharaj says, neither the three modes, nor their predominating deities, nor the five gross elements, nor the mind, intelligence, ego, Chetana, and the sense devatas, nor the human beings, nor all having a beginning and end, can understand you. So, my dear Lord, though I am saying that all these things are nothing but you, but with the help of any of these things, one can never ever understand you. That is not possible. Considering this, the wise have given up such study. The wise people have given up such analytical study of all these 24 elements and other things and took shelter of you. ज्ञाने प्रयासमुदपास्य नमन्त एव जीवन्ति लोमसन्मुखरितं भवदीय वार्ता. So like that. Jnane prayasa mudapasya, giving away that jnana prayasa of trying to understand how the absolute truth is different from these 24 elements by the process of neti, 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 neti. They have taken shelter of your lotus feet. Jnane prayasa mudapasya namanta eva jivanti loma sanmukaritam bhavadiya vartam. They have taken shelter of your wonderful devotees and they are hearing your pastimes. By such what they will attain? Stane Stitan Shutigatan Tanuan Manobir. With their Tanu, Manu, walk, they engage in your devotional service such as Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedam. They engage in all these things. Like Bhagavatam first canto says, Atma Ramascha Munayo Nirganta Vyurakrame Kurvanti Ayatukim Bhakti Mittanguta Gunohari. Even the Atma Ramas who are always contemplating upon Brahman, if they hear about you, they give up meditating upon Atma, Paramatma or Brahman, and they practice Bhakti consisting of Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, etc. Then what to speak of the Jnana practitioners? If the self-realized liberated people take up to Bhakti, then what to speak of the sadhakas? Definitely. But by such sadhana, what will happen to Atma Ramas and sadhakas? Tane Titan Shutigatan Tanuman Manobir E Prayaso Ajita Jita Apita is Trilokya. Even the three lokas put together cannot conquer that Lord can be conquered easily by the practice of such bhakti. So like that. Knowledge manifests by bhakti to you and not by study of scriptures, intelligence and skill. A person may be expert in doing something, a person may be intelligent, a person may have studied all the scriptures, but unless until one practices bhakti, one cannot understand you and one cannot come to you. Without bhakti, all these things are simply wasted labor. What was that verse in the first canto? Dharma swanushtita pumsha vishwaksena katasuya na utpadayad yadiratim shramayevahi kevalam. It simply produces hard endeavor. Other than that, nothing else. If any endeavor that we undertake, if that is not bringing us close to Supreme Lord, that is simply a wasted labor. So like that. All these 10 things that Brahmanas may eagerly practice, if there is no bhakti, such practice are simply a wasted labor. So like that. Though a person may be endowed with skill, intelligence, and buddhi, all these things, everything is maybe there. But if there is no bhakti, all these things are not so important. There is one more verse comes in the 11th canto. That is, I don't remember. Bhagavad Bhakti Heenasya Jati Shastra Japas Tapas Apranasteva Dehasya Mandanam Lokaranjanam. Bhagavad Bhakti Heenasya, without Bhagavad Bhakti, Jati, one may be born in a Brahmana family. Shastra, one may be expert in Vedic knowledge. Jati, Shastra, and other attributes. Vidya and Tapasya, everything one may be having. They are all like decorations on the dead body without life. Apra Naseha Deyasya Mandanam Lokaranjanam. For the happiness of the people who are following after dead body, they may decorate the dead body. But how long they will be happy with such decorations? No one will be happy with such decoration in the dead body. Everyone will be crying only. Similarly, one jati, shastram, japas, tapas, one may be expert in all these things. But if there is no bhakti, all these are like decoration in the dead body. So like that. After considering this, the wise have given up all these methods. Shruti says, what meaning will we understand and what meaning shall we speak? If there is no bhakti, what we will end up understanding studying the Vedas? We may maybe end up in discussing about Nirguna, Nirvishesha, Nirakara, Niranjana Brahman. But if there is bhakti, there will be discussion about the sweet Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela of the Supreme Lord. Who has Akara, who has form, who has names, who has activities, who has attributes, who has everything. So in that way. Again, Shruti further says, do not contemplate many words. It gives merely fatigue from speaking. If one starts contemplating upon Parabrahman, Neti, 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 they simply lead to fatigue only. It's like that. Smriti further says, when your intelligence has completely crossed the denseness of illusion, you will be indifferent to all that has been heard and all that will be heard. Yadate moha kalilam buddhir vittarishyati tada gantasi nirvedam shrotasavya. Shrotavyasya Shrutasya cha. So, on the ultimate sense, when one is later, when comes to celebrate this platform, there is nothing in the material world to discuss and hear. So in that way, one is busy in discussing Krishna Katha.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, from the first canto, which shloka reference you gave? Can you please repeat?
Dharma swanushthita pumsha Vishwaksena Katasuya na utpadayat yadiratim shramayave kevalam. This could be 1 to 8, 1 to 8 or 1 to 9.
Thank you.
So this is the last prayer. Finally, in conclusion, it says that other than bhakti, other than your causeless mercy, there is no other hope. My dear Lord, so hat mat karo, please show your causeless mercy upon the conditioned souls. Till now you have been giving so many excuses, but none of the excuses are valid or useful. Other than your causeless mercy, other than your bhakti, nothing can save the conditioned souls. That is indicated in the last prayer of Prahlad Maharaj, wherein he says, Tatte arhatamanama stuti karma puja
Tatte ratatam nama shruti karma puja
karma smrutischaranayor shravanam katayam.
karma smritis charano yo shravana kathayam
Samsevaya tvai vineti षडङ्गया किम्
संसेवया तवे विनेति श्रं सड्गन सडंगया किम
संसेवया त्वयि विनेति षडङ्गया किम्
संसेवया तवे विनीति सडंगया किम
भक्तिं जना परमहंसगतौ लभेता
भक्तिं जना परम हमसा गतो लभ्यते. Translation. Therefore, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, the best of all persons, to whom prayers are offered, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you, because without rendering 6 kinds of devotional service unto you, offering prayers, dedicating all the results of activities, worshipping on your behalf, always remembering your lotus feet and hearing about your glories, who can achieve that which is meant for the Paramahamsas?
So here the last verse he says, other than bhakti there is no other hope. For that he is saying that, O Lord, worthy of worship, the 6 parts of bhakti are offering respects, namaha, praising you, stuti, deity worship, karma, menial service, puja. Okay, puja we can take deity worship, karma is menial service. Okay, karma is menial service. Remembering your lotus feet, smruti charanayo, and hearing about you, shravanam katayam. Here are the 6 angas of bhakti. How can a person attain prema without these 6 types of bhakti to you, who also award liberation to the jnanis? Oh, my dear Lord, you are well known as Mukti Pradata, Mokshada, Mukunda. You award liberation. So, but if somebody practices bhakti unto you, you will award them. So, what bhakti consists of? Bhakti consists of 9 things. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam. So those 9 things are reduced to 6 things here. So in the 6 things also we can see Shravanam Katayam, Shravanam, okay, Stuti, Kirtanam, Smriti Charanayo, Smaranam, Padasevanam. In that Padasevanam mein, we can take puja or karma. All these things are Padasevanam. Vandanam, Namaha, Archanam, puja is already there. Archanam, Dasyam, Dasyam again karma, the menial service, seva. Sakyam, Atma Nivedanam. Sakyam, Atma Nivedanam also we can include in some of them. So in that way, the 9 angas of bhakti are reduced to 6 things which we are supposed to do. By doing what? Bhaktim Jana Paramahamsa Gato Labeta. So by practicing of these 60 sadhana bhakti items, one attains bhakti, that is prema bhakti, from the same Supreme Lord who awards liberation to others, who practices jnana yoga along with bhakti. So in that way. This last verse summarizes Prahlada's prayers. Since one cannot know you by the study and other methods, giving up efforts to know you, one should strive to perform sadhana bhakti, for attaining prema unto you. This is the essence of all human goals. Our life should be molded towards this one particular point by always executing these 6 things. Namaha, Stuti, Karma, Puja, Karma, Smriti, Charanayo, Shravanam, Katayam, etc. O Lord, most worthy of worship, offering respects to you, offering praises, deity worship, menial service to you, remembering your lotus feet, hearing about you. Without these 6 sanghas of bhakti, how can one attain prema? So one should be always continuously executing these 6 things. Without these things, without these, one cannot attain prema to you, who award liberation to the jnanis, paramahamsa gatau. By bhakti mishra jnana, others attain liberation. But by practicing sadhana bhakti, the devotees attain prema bhakti. Therefore, since it is the root of all success, give everyone service of the 6 angas which will produce prema. So now finally the final request of Prahlad is that, my dear Lord, bhakti the root of everything. Without bhakti, even one cannot attain liberation. So instead of asking me, Jnana Mishra Bhakti Mishra Jnana, I am asking you to engage everyone in the 6 items. What are the 6 items? Namaha, Stuti Karma, Puja, Karma, Smriti Charanayor, Shravanam Katayam. So please engage everyone in the 6 items. That is enough. They will attain Prema Bhakti unto you. If you think that I do not want to award Prema Bhakti to anybody, please inspire people to practice these 6 angas of Bhakti. Nothing else. You don't have to award Prema Bhakti. That will come on its own when they engage in these 6 items. But what I request is, you please engage everyone in the 6 angas of Bhakti, which eventually produce Krishna Prema. If that is difficult, then give them liberation. If you think that engaging everyone in the 6 angas of sadhana bhakti is difficult, then at least give them liberation. Liberation is very easy. Because you said many times, Muktim dadati karhechit smana bhakti yoga. I can award one liberation, but I cannot give just like that Krishna bhakti, Prema bhakti. So for the Lord, awarding liberation is very easy. But awarding Prema Bhakti is very difficult. It does not give Prema Bhakti just like that. Because you see, it sees the qualification of the receiver. After thorough checking only, Lord will award Prema Bhakti. But for liberation, no looking here and there. Because whomsoever Lord kills, Hatari Gatidayaka, they will attain liberation. Even the topmost demon who don't have any hope, by killing such a demon, Lord awards liberation. Then what to speak of somebody if they ask liberation? So if you, my dear Lord, if you cannot award Prema Bhakti, at least award them Sadhana Bhakti. If you cannot award Sadhana Bhakti, at least award them liberation and free them from the suffering of samsara. But I have been successful in serving your devotee. I do not worry. So I am not asking for me. I am asking for the conditioned souls in this world. For them, either if you can, if you want, offer them Prema Bhakti, or at least sadhana bhakti, if not at least liberation, Sahajya Mukti. So like that, Prahlad Maharaj is asking request of different levels. So this is the mood of a devotee. This is the mentality of a devotee. A devotee does not ask anything for himself, but the devotee always asks everything for others. Everything means liberation, the means of liberation, the means of Prema Bhakti or Prema Bhakti itself. This is the mood of a devotee. This is the mood of Narada Muni. This is the mood of Prahlad Maharaj. And this should be the mood of every devotee. And this is the essence and conclusion of Prahlad Maharaj prayers. Hare Krishna. Any questions?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hmm.
Prabhuji, what is the difference between karma puja and karma? Like both the things were
Okay.
mentioned
See,
in the
Karma
previous.
Puja is deity worship. Karma is the menial services, Dasya. So like that we can take. All other things that we do. See, deity worship is direct deity worship, entering into Garbhagruha. And other karmas are outside Garbhagruha, you do all those things. Keeping the temple clean, keeping the home clean, and other things and all. Everything that we can say. Going to market, getting fruits, vegetables, flowers, milk, getting all other ingredients. Such kind of menial activities. All such things are called karma. And puja is direct deity worship, archanam.
So direct, which is related directly in service of the Lord, that is karma puja, and which
Ah,
are indirectly related, mean the other activities out of the altar, which are in a
ah,
way for the Lord, but not directly for the Lord. They are karma
yeah,
terms.
we can say. Mm,
And Prabhuji, like earlier, Prahlad Maharaj had mentioned the nine angas of devotion, and here
mm.
he is stressing on the six. So, is it that these six are much more important, and these six also can give one liberation or the residence in the
No, no,
spiritual?
no. These are not for liberation. These are meant for prema bhakti. The liberation will be avoided by those 10 things which Brahmanas follow.
No, Prabhuji, what my point is that those nine also were for that only, na? And these six also again he's stressing for
Those
prayer.
9 are for prema bhakti. See, sadhana bhakti leads to prema bhakti. When you say normal liberation means Sahajya Mukti, not for Sahajya Mukti. For Sahajya Mukti, Jnana Marga, Bhakti Mishra Jnana.
Okay, so nothing like that. These six are more important or most important out of
See,
those
not
nine.
like that. Only one, the two things are missing. Na? Other things also can be part of these 6 things also. We can again include them, the remaining 3 also in the 6. But in any case, Sakyam Atma Nivedanam are like little different. See, some only few can come to the platform of Sakyam Atma Nivedanam. Everyone cannot come. But these
Yes.
6 things any common man can
Anyone can
do.
do
So in that way, Prahlad Maharaj kind of choosy in asking what is comfortable for common man to do.
that. Understood. Thank you.
Hmm. So in that way. So why he is not asking for Atma Nivedana Mandal that a common man cannot do? Already common man is not interested to hear Krishna, then what to speak of doing Atma Nivedanam? So, so from that point of view, you have to see. Okay. Anyone else has any question?
No, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Yeah. So like we have been discussing for 4 5 classes the wonderful prayers offered by Prahlad Maharaj, one of the biggest sections in the entire Bhagavatam. After prayers offered by Vedas personified and after prayers offered by Brahma, these are the biggest prayers in the entire Bhagavatam. The 10th canto has both the prayers, Brahma's prayers and Veda's personal prayers, and Prahlada's prayers are the biggest prayers in that sequence. So it's like that. So, but
Hare
very, one second, they are
Yes,
very strong also. One of the reasons could be because Prahlad Maharaj is a small boy. I can speak anything without any inhibition or anything. So that's why he offers all the strong prayers. in that way. Yeah, yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, in Shlok 46, the last line in the translation says that uh, this, huh, these different methods of liberation are generally only a professional practice and means of livelihood for those who
Hmm.
have not conquered their senses.
Hmm.
Prabhuji, like practicing devotees,
Hmm.
even we may get involved in this. So how to keep ourselves protected with this kind of mentality that is mentioned in this shloka?
So just by regularly hearing about that, hearing about the harms these things do us, so by continuous hearing, we may be protecting ourselves.
Hmm.
Hmm. So in that way.
Okay. Prabhuji, one more question regarding the same. If we tend to feel that we see that in the society, how should we think about it? Like, how should we not commit any offense or, uh, not interpret it wrongly or to understand the situation?
See, here what kind of mood Prahlad Maharaj is depicting, and what kind of example Prahlad Maharaj setting is that we need to inculcate in our life. If this mood, if we have to inculcate, then where is the question of fault finding and judgmental this thing and all? It is, of course, it is a bigger thing, bigger order thing, very difficult to come to this mood, but this is what is expected from all of us. So instead of finding fault with others, one need to pray for the deliverance of others. Here Prahlad Maharaj is asking,
Hmm.
please deliver them by awarding one of these three. Either if you can
Hmm.
award them Prema Bhakti, or I award
Hmm.
them Sadhana Bhakti, or at least deliver them. If
Hmm.
that is the prayer one should adopt, then what to speak of
Yeah.
finding fault and criticizing and blaming and judgment, judging or complaining, all these things will not take place at all.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Of
Thank you,
course,
Prabhuji.
it is very very high mode, highly developed consciousness state, like more than Uttamadikari state of consciousness. But Prahlad Maharaj, being a great devotee, being a Mahajan, he is establishing that what kind of mood a devotee should develop and cultivate.
Yes. Thank you,
Hmm.
Prabhuji.
It is very easy to find fault with others. It is very easy to comment and judge others than praying for others' well-being. Because since childhood we never did it like that. If we have been doing it from the beginning, it would have been a natural thing for us. So for Prahlad Maharaj, while in the womb only was taught this. Narada Muni was teaching him only how to pray for others, how to deliver others, how to pray for others. So he does not know anything other than this. So that is the difference between him and us.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Mm.
Yes. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
So now, in the last few verses of the chapter, there is a reply of the Lord. After hearing all these prayers, Lord becomes peaceful and then he blesses Prahlad. He says, Prahlad, that my dear Prahlad, I'm very happy. Please ask for a benediction. So these are the verses will be spoken by Supreme Lord now. Sri Narada Uvacha
श्रीनारद उवाच
Etavadvarnitaguno
एतावद्वर्णितगुणो
Bhaktya Bhaktena Nirgunaha
भक्त्या भक्तेन निर्गुणा
Praradam Pranatam Prito
प्रह्लादं प्रणतं प्रीतो
Yata Manyur Abhashata.
यथा मन्युरभाषत. The great saint Narada said, thus Lord Narasimhadeva was pacified by the devotee Prahlad Maharaj with prayers offered from the transcendental platform. The Lord gave up his anger and being very kind to Prahlad, who was offering prostrated obeisances, he spoke as follows.
Hmm. Narada Muni is saying that thus Lord Narasimha Deva, having no material qualities, Nirguna, hmm, whose qualities were described by his devotee with devotion. Prahlad Maharaj was talking about all transcendental qualities of Supreme Lord. Being pleased with his surrendered devotee Prahlad, gave up his anger and spoke. Now Prahlad Maharaj given up his anger. Previously, all the devatas offered prayers. The Lord did not become pacified. But finally, after hearing Prahlad Maharaj's prayers, he has given up the anger. Nirgunaha means without material qualities. Prahlada praised Lord Narasimha's spiritual qualities like mercy. So you are merciful, Mahadanugurahaya. Your mercy is very much required now to all the conditioned souls. So he again stressed on this particular point 100 times. So Lord is supposed to show mercy, therefore he has to give up anger default. He cannot show anger. He has to give up because he is by nature he is supposed to show mercy to one and all. So in that way. Narasimha had uncontrollable anger that Prahlada's father was attacking him. So that Prahlada's father was attacking Prahlad. So Narasimha became very angry. After killing him also he was continuously angry. But now Prahlad is saying that no, my dear Lord, you are not supposed to kill my people like my father. You are supposed to deliver them. You are supposed to give them Krishna Bhakti. You are supposed to give them Sadhana Bhakti or deliver them. So like that. He gave up that anger and seeing the bliss of Prahlad. So finally gave up the anger. So now Lord responds. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha
Sri Bhagavan Uvacha
Prahlada Bhadra Bhadram Te
Prahlada Bhadra Bhadram Te
Prito Ham Te Surottama
Prito Ham Te Surottama
Puranam Vrinishvabimatam Kama
Varam Vrinishvabhimatam Kama
Purosmi Aham Drunam.
Purosmi Aham Nrinam. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, My dear Prahlad, most gentle one, best of the family of Asuras, all good fortune unto you. I am very much pleased with you. It is my pastime to fulfill the desires of all the living beings, and therefore you may ask from me any benediction that you desire to be fulfilled.
Now Lord says, O Prahlada, O most gentle devotee, best in the family of the demons, Asurottama, good fortune unto you, Bhadram, Bhadramte, I am pleased with you, Pritoham, please ask for a cherished benediction. I am full of the desires of men. Varam, Vrinishvabimatam, Kama Purosmi Aham Runam. Whatever the human beings offer, ask. I am ready to offer anything they want because I am endowed with all such blessings. I can offer all such blessings. I am a Varanidhi. I'm a storehouse of all the blessings that human beings might ask. So please ask for a benediction. I'm eager to fulfill your desire. Like that Lord says. Please ask for a benediction. What reservation can there be in the Lord who has affection for his servant and is the principle, is the pinnacle of generosity? The Lord is pinnacle of generosity. Lord is the possessor of everything that he can give when a human being can ask. If a normal human being asks, Lord is ready to give everything. Then what to speak of a affectionate devotee? Lord definitely will give. Therefore, please ask. I am full of men's aspirations, one of which you can ask from me. I exist as a river of all goals of human endeavors, and I possess liberation as one of those. I can avoid everything, including liberation. Please ask one benediction. So, in one sense, Lord is inspiring Prahlad to ask for something. It should be the jivas the jivas of whom Prahlada was thinking would be liberated at the time. But because of the infinite number of jivas, the universe would then become full of other jivas. Because Prahlad Maharaj was asking the Lord, now Lord says that I am pleased with you and I can avoid anything that normal person asks. Then what to speak of? A desire asked by a devotee. How can I not fulfill? So before Lord would ask Prahlad to ask for something, Prahlad already asked something. So then it's like, I've already asked you, why are you asking me to ask some other benediction? Please fulfill what I have already asked. So like that Prahlad might say, thinking that in mind, Lord already delivered everyone. And in spite of that, Lord is again asking, so please ask one more benediction. I have already delivered everyone as per your wish. Now ask for one more benediction. So like that we can understand this. So in spite of delivering the entire universe, the Lord again immediately can fill that universe with another set of conditioned souls. So in that way we can understand this. Because the verse itself says that I am very much pleased with you. I can award anything that conditioned soul desires. So in spite of that, you are my pure devotee. If you ask, I will definitely surely fulfill your desire. So Prahlad might look at the Lord, my Lord, I already asked. Please do that first. So Lord says, I have already done that. Now you ask one more. Like that. Now Lord says, Mam aprinatayushman
माम् अप्रीणत आयुष्मान्
darshanam durlabam hime
दर्शनं दुर्लभं हि मे
दृष्ट्वा मां न पुनर्जन्तुर्
दृष्ट्वा मां न पुनर्जन्तुः
आत्मानं तप्तुमर्हति.
आत्मानं तप्तुमर्हति. My dear Prahlad, may you live a long time. One cannot appreciate or understand me without pleasing me. But one who has seen or pleased me has nothing more for which to lament for his own satisfaction.
In order to inspire Prahlad Maharaj to ask for a benediction, Lord further says, so my dear Prahlada, may you live long, Ayushman, Chiranjeevi Baba. After seeing me, which is rare for those who do not please me, a person will not suffer again from unfulfilled desires. So Lord says that, may you live long. Having seen me, no one will experience any more misery in this world. Second canto, ninth chapter, when Lord Vishnu appeared to Brahma and touched his hands and spoke to him Chatushloki Bhagavatam. In that context, Lord also speaks something to Brahma. He says there also, please ask for something. Then Brahma asks 4 questions. As answer to 4 questions, Lord Vishnu speaks the Chatushloki Bhagavatam. So in that context, Lord says, Mad Darshana Paramavadi. Parama means topmost. Avadi means end. All our endeavors shall end at the darshan of the Supreme Lord. After having the darshan of the Supreme Lord, there is nothing else to be attained afterwards. That is Parama Avadi. So people might have so many ambitions to attain. So what is the topmost ambition one should think of attaining? Mad Darshana Paramavadi, the darshan of the Supreme Lord. Once one attain the darshan of Supreme Lord, then there is nothing one should lament for. So like that. And there will be no more suffering in this mental world. One is seeing the Lord means one is already and Jivan Mukta, and one is already liberated, one is already perfected. So everything is done already. So in that way. Aprinata means be aprinataya, who do not please me. Who do not please me. One who sees me will not lament for unfulfilled desires. One who sees me, all their desires are already accomplished. So therefore ask me, if anything, any pending desire is there in your heart, whatever desire you already had in your mind, I've already accomplished it. If anything else is there, please ask for it. So like that, Lord is instigating Prahlad. Then Lord further says, Preenanti hi atamam dhira
प्रीणन्ति Continue, Mataji.
प्रीणन्ति हे यथा ममतीरा
सर्वभावेन साधवः
सर्वभावेन साधवा
श्रेयस्कामा महाभागा
श्रेयस्कामा महाभागा
सर्वासाम् आशिषां पतिम्.
सर्वासाम् आशीषां पतिम्. Translation. My dear Prahlad, you are very fortunate. Please know from me that those who are very wise and highly elevated try to please me in all different modes of mellows, for I am the only person who can fulfill all the desires of everyone. Hare Krishna.
The Lord says, O fortunate Prahlada, O Mahabhaga, the wise devotees desiring the highest benefit, please me in all different rasas, for I am the master of all blessings, Varadarshava. All the wise devotees, they please me. They are satisfied with me in all types of rasas. They serve me in different variety of rasas, and they are completely pleased by serving me in those rasas, and they please me by serving me in those rasas. Both will happen. They are pleased and they please me also by the service of all the wise devotees. So Lord said all these things to inspire Prahlad to ask some benediction. Then Narada Muni finally concludes. Sri Narada Uvacha
Narada
Srinarada.
Uvacha.
Continue, Mataji.
Evam pralobhyamanopi
Evam pralobhyamanopi
वरैर्लोकप्रलोभनै
varaitlokpralobhanai
एकान्तित्वात् भगवती
ekantitvad bhagavati
नैच्छत्तान्न सुरोत्तमः.
naichattan asurottamaha. Narad Muni said, Prahlad Maharaj was the best person in the family of Asuras, who always aspire for material happiness. Nonetheless, although allured by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who offered him all benedictions for material happiness, because of his unalloyed Krishna consciousness, he did not want to take any material benefit for sense gratification.
Narada Muni is saying that, oh Prahlada. Sorry, Narada Muni is saying that Prahlada, the best person in the demonic family, Asurottama, though tempted by the worldly allurements that other people desire, did not want them, since he was dedicated solely to the Lord. So the Lord is tempting Prahlad, ask for some material benedictions. I can avoid everything all the way up to liberation. But Prahlada was not at all interested in all those things other than the Lord. Prahlada did not want those things because he was fully dedicated to Supreme Lord. Such a person does not want any material benedictions. It's like that. A person like Prahlad Maharaj never want any material benedictions. Instead, they only aspire to Supreme Lord. So, like that, in this chapter, we have seen that how Prahlad Maharaj offered prayers and how Lord, being pleased with him, is desiring to offer some benedictions. Now, Narada Muni says that though the Lord is pushing Prahlad Maharaj by showing all the allurements, but Prahlad Maharaj is not at all interested in any one of them. So his disinterest is expressed by Prahlad Maharaj in the beginning of the 10th chapter. So in the 10th chapter, there is a description about how the Lord gave benedictions to Prahlad and disappeared. Even though Prahlad Maharaj did not ask any material benediction, still Lord insists. Then he asks for a spiritual benediction that is fulfilled by the Supreme Lord, and Lord also tells him to perform the final rites of his liberated father. That also Prahlad does. Then Lord disappears. And also, and Narada Muni at the conclusion of this entire section, he also talks about another story where how Lord Shiva destroyed Tripurasura by the blessings of Lord Vishnu. So, one example, even Lord Shiva also requires Lord Vishnu's blessings. to do some activity, then what to speak of all of us? If at all we want to practice bhakti, we definitely need Lord's blessings. So without the blessings of the Supreme Lord, nothing is possible. Even for a great person like Lord Shiva also requires Lord's blessing. Then what to speak of us? So like that. So that will be like a tip of the iceberg, something like that, or cherry on the cake of this entire section of Lord Narasimhadev pastime. That story will be narrated at the end of this chapter. This is a big chapter about 70 verses, and today we'll try to see some more time in there, maybe another 10 minutes. The first few verses where Prahlada Maharaj asserts that, so my dear Lord, please don't tempt me with all these material allurements. I am not interested in all these things. I am just satisfied by being your devotee. May you be just satisfied being my Lord. So no exchange of things that I practice bhakti and you fulfill my material desires. Such kind of exchange is not at all required at this point of time and is not at all aspired for. So please be peaceful. So like that, Prahlad Maharaj will say, we just see a couple of verses and then we'll close for today.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, there
Yeah,
are one
yeah,
or two doubts from the previous chapter, ninth
we'll
chapter.
we'll we'll take at the end. We'll take at the
Okay,
end.
okay, thank you.
Sri Narada Uvacha
श्रीनारद उवाच
Bhakti Yogasya Tatsarvam
भक्तियोगस्य तत्सर्वम्
Antarayatayarbaka
अन्तरायतयार्भकः
Manyamano Rushikesham
मन्यमानो ऋषिकेशम्
Smayamana Uvachaha.
स्मयमान उवाचः. Translation. The saint Narada Muni continued, although Prahlad Maharaj was only a boy when he heard the benedictions offered by Lord Narsingadev, he considered them impediments on the path of devotional service. Thus he smiled very mildly and spoke as follows.
Like any small child like Prahlad Maharaj, age 5 years old, if we ask them, what do you want? They'll say that I want 10 chocolates, this, that. Oh, they have a big list what they want. Similarly, Narasimhadev is asking Prahlad, please ask what do you want? So let us see what Prahlad Maharaj wants. When the boy heard the benedictions offered by Lord Narasimhadev, he considered them impediments on the path of devotional service. Prahlad Maharaj considered that all the benediction that Lord wanted to give as an impediment on the path of his bhakti. Thus, Prahlada smiled and spoke as follows. This is the mentality of Prahlad Maharaj. Tat Sarvam means everything concerning the benedictions. Prahlada smiled slightly. He then thought, tempting an ignorant boy, the Lord is testing me. Though the Lord do not want to offer me anything, but Lord is trying to test me by tempting me for material blessings. So Prahlad understood. Because he understood, he is slightly smiling. Then he responds. Prahlad Maharaj says, Sri Prahlada Uvacha
Shri Prahlada Uvacha
Prahara Uvacha
Mamam Mamam Pralobayatopatya
Mamam Pralobhayo Patyam
Shaktatma Shaktat Shaktam Kameshu Tervarai
Taktam Kameshu Tairvarai
Tatsangabhito Nirvinno
Tatsanga Bhito Nirvinno
Mumukshustvam Upashritaha.
Mumukshu Swam Upashritaha. Prahlad Maharaj said, my dear Lord, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, because I was born in an atheistic family, I am naturally attached to material enjoyment. Therefore, kindly do not tempt me with these illusions. I am very much afraid of material conditions, and I desire to be liberated from materialistic life. It is for this reason that I have taken shelter of your lotus feet.
So Prahlad Maharaj says that, oh my dear Lord, please do not tempt me, attached by my inborn nature to material enjoyment, by offering these benedictions. Detached from material life, fearing association with such material desires, desiring freedom from such material desires, I have taken shelter of you. Prahlad says, by my very nature, by being born in the family of Asuras, I am very much attached to matter. Asura by definition means Asu Ramante iti Asura. Those who derive pleasure in breathing. That means they want to live long life they want with all the pleasures, name, fame, etc. That is the mentality of Asura. Then he says that by my very nature I am very much attached to matter. Therefore, do not lure me by offering material benedictions. Fearing association of such desires, I desire liberation from those desires. I always consciously stay away from such material desires. And you are trying to tempt me? My dear Lord, please don't do this. Because I am very much volatile for such material desires by being born in the family of Asuras. Like that. Then he says, but whatever it is, you are only trying to test me. Though you are saying that you are ready to offer all benedictions to me, but this is actually not your real intention. You are trying to test me. That Prahlad Maharaj says in the next verse. Bhrutya Lakshana Jignasur.
Bhritya Lakshana. Mataji, please go ahead.
Continue.
Bhritya Lakshana Jignasur.
Bhaktam Kamesha Chodayat.
Bhaktim Kamesha Chodayat.
Bhavan Samsara Bijeshu.
Bhavan Samsara Bijeshu.
Hridaya Grantishu Prabhu.
Hridaya Granthishu Prabhu. Translation. O my worshipful Lord, because the seed of lusty desires, which is the root cause of material existence, is within the core of everyone's heart, you have seen me in this material world to exhibit the symptoms of a pure devotee.
So here Prahlad Maharaj says, curious about the symptoms of your devotee, you have sent me into a world of enjoyment, the seed of samsara. Enjoyment is the seed of samsara, which creates the knot in the heart, Hridaya Granthi. So Lord says, oh, do I actually tempt my devotees offering benedictions? Prahlad Maharaj says, no, not exactly like that. You simply show the world the highest steadiness of your devotees. You award blessings as if you are tempting them, but eventually by showing their resistance to material benedictions, material blessings, you glorify your devotees. That is your greatness. Your intention is to show the quality of your devotee when you say to him, why do you not accept the benedictions I offer? You simply want to glorify your devotee. That's why you say as if you are ready to offer all benedictions. O Lord, O most capable Lord, since you are omniscient, you do not need to know anything and you cannot be curious. Rather, you are making everyone else know. Not that you do not know about the nature, mentality of your devotee. Instead, you want to display the characteristics and mentality of your devotee to the entire world. You say such kind of things that please take the blessings, please take the blessings. So, like that. Other than this, there is no other reason in your awarding benedictions to me. Like that, Prahlad Maharaj is saying. Then, so Lord may ask, no, how can you say that? No, I can fulfill the desires also, not like that. So that is there to glorify my devotees also. At the same time, I can also fulfill your desires. Please, I have come all the way here. I am ready to give you some benedictions. Please ask for something. Then Prahlad Maharaj little philosophically says, thoda strongly he says that no, you should not say like that, my dear Lord. Please be peaceful, something like that. Nanyata te kila guru
नान्यथा ते किल गुरो
घटेता करुणात्मनः
घटेत करुणात्मना
यस्त आशीष आशस्ते
यस्त आशीष आशास्ते
न स भृत्या स वैवनिक.
न सभृत्या सवैवणि. Otherwise, O my Lord, O Supreme Instructor of the entire world, you are so kind to your devotees that you could not induce him to do something unbeneficial for him. On the other hand, one who desires some material benefit in exchange for devotional service cannot be your pure devotee. Indeed, he is no better than a merchant who wants profit in exchange for service.
O Guru of the entire universe, Akila Guru, being merciful, it could not be otherwise. Generally, it cannot be otherwise because you are compassionate to entire world, especially you are compassionate to your devotees. You never want your devotees to be spoiled. It is only in order to showcase their glories, you are alluring them with material benedictions, but you yourself does not have any intention to offer them material benedictions. So then it makes it clear. The person who desires benedictions is not your devotee, is a merchant. On the other hand, if a devotee comes to you and asks for material benedictions, he is actually not your devotee, he is simply a merchant. So like that he makes it clear. Prahlad Maharaj says, O Guru of the whole world, you teach for everyone's benefit, including that of Brahma, Shiva and others. Tell me the qualities of the devotee. So you say that I am showcasing the wonderful qualities of a devotee to the entire world? Ah, yes, Lord. So what kind of qualities I am trying to showcase to the entire world? So Prahlad says, I will tell you the qualities of the master and that of the servant. He who desires something from you is a merchant. Your devotee does not ask anything material from you. If somebody asks, first of all, he is not a devotee, instead is a merchant. Giving you a leaf, flower, or food, patram pushpam palam toyam yome bhaktya prayachati. Tadaham bhakti upartam asnami prayatatmana. So Lord says that my devotee at least offer me patram pushpam palam toyam. I am satisfied with that. But on the other hand, if somebody offers you a leaf, flower, food, and in return he wants to have the wealth of Brahma or Indra, or become the possessor of elephants, horses, and chariots, such a person is called as merchant. Externally, he may say that I am a devotee, I am worshipping the Lord with Patram Pushpam Palam Toyam, as Bhagavad Gita says. But internally, he is praying to the Lord that, my dear Lord, please make me Brahma, please make me Indra, please give me the opulence of that of Indra or Brahma or any other person, or give me the elephants, give me the horses, give me the chariots. Of course, in the old context, these things are there. In the modern context, give me this, give me the job in MNC, and give me salary hike of this much percentage, and give me increment, give me promotion, give me this, give me that. All that one may ask. For what? For offering patram pushpam palantoyam. So such kind of person is called as a merchant. Then what are the real devotees qualities? That Prahlad Maharaj says in the next verse. Ashasano na vaibhrutya
आशासानो न वैभृत्या
स्वामिनी स्वामिन् आशीष आत्मनः
स्वामिनाशीष आत्मनः
न स्वामी भृत्य न स्वामी भृत्यता साम्यम्
न स्वामी भृत्यतः स्वाम्यम्
इच्छन्योराति चाशिषा.
इच्छन् यो रातिचाशिषः. A servant who desires material profits from his master is certainly not a qualified servant or pure devotee. Similarly, a master who bestows benedictions upon his servant because of a desire to maintain a prestigious position as master is also not a pure master.
Hmm. Here in this verse, it talks about the characteristics of the Supreme Lord and that of a pure devotee by telling what is not, what they are not. He who desires benefit for himself from the master is not a servant. A devotee does not ask for one's own self from the Supreme Lord. The person who desiring to maintain his position as a master gives benedictions to the servant is not a real master. A master, in order to uh, inspire the follower, in order to keep them as his own follower, keeps giving them blessings. And such a master is not a real master. So, like that. This supports the meaning of the previous verse. This verse supports the meaning of the previous verse. He who desiring power from having servants gives to the servant is not a master. If a master want to be glorified as the master of 100 servants, so he has to maintain the servants by offering them regularly something. Such a master is not the real master. And then, if a person asks anything from from master, and such a servant is not a real servant, that means what? There should be no adan pradan between the master and servant. Yes, at least between the Supreme Lord and his devotee, there should be no adan pradan in relation to matter, in relation to material blessings. A devotee should never ask material blessings from the Lord, and the Lord should never offer material blessings to the devotee to inspire him to be his devotee. That's why we hear now in the Bhakti for the very beginning. Apratihata, ahetukim apratihata. Bhakti is not performed for any material reasons. By practicing bhakti, one should not aspire to get any material blessings. Bhakti is not meant for, so in that way. That means a bhakta should not aspire from the Supreme Lord any material blessings. So on the pure platform. So like that. So then he says that. So what do you mean by that? A master should not give blessings or give gifts, and a servant should not and expect anything from the master. Then how are they master and servant? Somebody may ask question. Then Prahlada Maharaj answers, elaborates it. Aham tu akamas tvadbhaktas
Aham tvakamastvadbhaktas
tvam cha swami anapashrayah
tvam cha swami anapashraya
नान्यते नान्यते हावयोरर्थो
nanyate havayorartho
राजा सेवकयोरिवा.
rajasevakayogiva. O my Lord, I am your unmotivated servant and you are my eternal master. There is no need of our being anything other than master and servant. You are naturally my master and I am naturally your servant. We have no other relationship.
Prahlad Maharaj says, I am your servant, not desiring benefits from you, and you are my master without dependence on my service. Our relationship should not be anything else, such as that of a material king and a material servant. Our relationship is master and servant. You do not take shelter of power which is dependent on servants. So, in that way, my dear Lord, you are Bhagavan, whether I may be your devotee or not. Even if I am not devotee, you being Bhagavan does not diminish. That means you are completely independent. Hmm? And you don't have to favor me to maintain your Bhagavan's position. So remain like that. In the same way, I am a devotee. It is not that I will continue being a devotee only if you award me material benedictions. Not like that. I will continue as a devotee without any aspirations to receive any material blessings from you. So our relationship is like a master and servant, not like a master and servant. The servant is being paid by the master. It is like a king who is situated in the capital city and ruling his kingdom. And there is a person in a common man in the far distant village. The common man is doing his own duty. He is happy in his own thing. And the king is doing his own duty, is happy there. The king does not need anything from this common man, and this common man does not need anything from the king. They are doing their respective duties and both are happy. And the common man is happy accepting the king to be his king. The king is happy accepting this common man to be subject. And there is no direct relations or direct exchanges between these two. King is doing his duty and this common man is doing his duty. It's like that. The Lord will remain Lord and the devotee will continue to practice bhakti. There is no exchange of material blessings between those two. So this is the quality of the Supreme Lord and quality of a pure devotee. It's like that. Though the relationship of master and servant with the desires is well known in the material world, it is impure. In the material world, no one does anything. Huh? No one does anything without expecting. A employee will not serve employer, and employer to retain the employee continuously offer salary, increments, promotions, all those things. Allurement should be offered. But on the other hand, our relation should not be like that. Material relationships are criticized. So, my dear Lord, don't think that if you don't bless me with material benedictions, I will give up my bhakti. No. Whether even if you give me something or not, I will continue to remain your devotee only. And it is not that if I become a devotee, you become Bhagavan, not like that. Whether I may become devotee or not, you being Bhagavan will remain as it is. There is no harm to that. So in that way, the Bhagavan's quality and Bhakta's quality are established in these 2-3 verses.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Ah,
Prabhuji,
Mataji.
whether it should be understood that in Dasya Rasa, this is the mood usually, because in other rasas we do see that there are a lot of exchanges of things and emotions and things like that. No, but here Prahlad Maharaj is expecting that
No, again,
remain
see
Lord.
why you see, no, wait. Why are you thinking about all those things? We are clearly making it. No material blessings, no material benedictions.
Okay, spiritual
There is
benediction.
exchange of seva, exchange of love. That is always there. Bhakti means exchange of love, exchange of seva. That is there, but not material benedictions.
Okay, okay.
Hmm. I gave
Thank
just now. I gave the example. Na company. Company offers salary. If salary is not offered, one does not work for the company. Salary is there, increments are there, promotions are there, all those allurements are there. Then only one continues to work. Otherwise, why would one work?
So here the devotee in Dasya Bhava does his whatever service towards the Lord for the pleasure of the Lord, like other rasas.
That's all. Not expecting any remuneration return.
Okay. And Lord
Hmm.
also blesses him spiritually, not materially. Then it is a
Ah, yes.
okay.
Here, everything is in relation to material blessings, not the spiritual blessings.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hmm. Kindly remember that. Even anything material that is called kama or desire, and anything beyond material, it is not considered to be desire. In the spiritual realm, one can have crores of desires, no issue. But in the material realm, even if one has one desire, that one desire may bind the jiva in the material world. So
Hare
like that.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Mataji.
So often we are requested to pray for, even if they are devotees, they say, please pray for my good health, or please pray for my somebody's son is appearing for some exam.
Hmm.
So is it okay if we pray, or is it still like asking for some material benedictions?
See, what Prahlad Maharaj is depicting here is ideal condition. Ideally, one should come to this platform. But as of today, we are not on that platform. So Based on our current situation, we can ask for it, but one day one should come to this platform.
So we should not actually pray for somebody's child or somebody appearing for exams.
No. See,
Exam.
don't jump to that. As of now, we are not at the level of Prahlad Maharaj. So we can pray for it. But ideally, finally, one should come to this point.
Okay. So
When
Prabhuji,
one comes to this point, then one is ready to go back, come back to Godhead.
so instead of
See,
praying
in one sense,
for
don't take
personal
it
things,
negatively. Just wait, let me complete this point. In one sense,
mm,
if we are asking for something material means we want to remain here. We want a comfortable situation here. Not that we should not ask, but indirectly the imperative is that if we are asking for something material means, so we want to remain
mm,
here for some more time comfortably.
mm,
So
okay, Prabhu. Means
that is
for
the quote
personally,
unquote in the
first,
bracket understood.
okay. So we may not ask anything personally for my good health or my family's good health or something. But if somebody asks us to pray, we may ask right now at least.
See, that's what I'm
Pray
saying.
for
At
us.
this current state, we are not on the pure highest level. So we cannot prematurely act like Prahlad Maharaj. We can ask for this. But one day, ultimately, one should come to this point. So when that day, we don't know.
Hare
Thank
Krishna,
you.
Prabhuji, can
Huh.
I say something in this? Like
Hmm.
when somebody goes to that platform, that elevated platform as Prahlad Maharaj, naturally the desires will not come. Like at this stage, if we try to curb our desires, means they will be there in the mind, but we are not praying for it. So Lord also knows what is there in our mind. So,
Hmm.
like,
Yes.
means might as well better pray for what one wants
No,
rather
that's what
than.
I'm saying now. At this point of time, we are not on that level, so we can ask. But ultimately, one should come to that point. That's what I'm saying.
And like we have seen with the other examples also, that Lord not only fulfills particular material desire of the devotee, but he also purifies the mind of the devotee so that that desire for material aspirations itself is removed, like how we saw
Hmm.
in Dhruva Maharaj. So
Yes, yes,
one day Lord will purify our heart also.
yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, we'll quickly. It's already both time. Okay. Just we'll do the next three verses and we'll close for today. So now Lord says that at least okay, that is fine. Everything I've understood. Your mood I understood. My position I understood. Everything is fine. But still, if you can ask one blessing, not material blessing, but spiritual blessing only. You ask for it. That is for my pleasure. So, because Lord has come all the way from there. Lord want to give something to Prahlad. So for that, Lord is asking. Then Prahlad Maharaj says, Yadi dasyasi me kaman
यदि दासस्य मे कामान्
varam tvam varadarshava
वरं त्वं वरदर्शभा
kamanam hrudi asamroham
कामानां हृदय असमोर्हं
bhavantastu rune haram.
भवतस्तु वर्णेवरम्
I will read Mataji translation. I will read. O best of the givers of benedictions, Varadarshaba, if you at all want to bestow a desirable benediction upon me, then I pray from you that within my heart material desires will never grow. Kamanam hridi asamroham. Let no material desire appear in my heart. This is the desire of Prahlad Maharaj. So, like that. I ask for the benediction that the material desires will not arise in my heart. Because Lord is insisting that, my dear Prahlad, I have come all the way here. I want to give you something before I leave. Please ask for something. So Prahlad asked. Indriyani mana prana.
इन्द्रियाणि मन प्राण
Atma dharma murti matihi.
आत्मा धर्मो धृतिर्मति
Shrir Shrir Tejasmuti Satyam.
स्त्री तेजस्मृतिं सत्यं
Yasya nashyati janmana.
यस्य नश्यन्ति जन्मना.
By the appearance of material desire, the functions of one's senses, mind, life, body, dharma, determination, intelligence, shyness, wealth, strength, memory, and truthfulness are destroyed. So somebody may say, Abhi, once in a while, let there be some material desires. What is the problem? Itna fanatic you devotees. Somebody may ask. Then Prahlad Maharaj says, no, the problem is if there is one material desire also in the heart that will disable or that will destroy the activities of the senses, the activities of the mind, the activities of the life air, the activities of the body, the activities of dharma, determination, intelligence, shyness, wealth, strength, memory, and truthfulness. They are all destroyed because all these are meant to serve the Lord. If there is one selfish material desire, one becomes two, two becomes three, three becomes four, four becomes five, five becomes six, 10, 20, or like that. They keep growing. They will destroy everything. That is the problem. Prahlad Maharaj says. By the appearance of desires, the senses are vanquished. This means that the senses go astray and cannot experience your sweetness. So just like Bharat Maharaj, he was completely devoted to the Lord. He went to the forest to perform austerities in Pulaha ashram. He just a small desire that he wanted to take care of the fawn, that deer cub, the small deer baby. So he started, that is a small desire, small compassionate desire, very good, very moral, ethical, dharmic desire. But eventually that took away his entire time span, his entire consciousness. He completely forgot his bhakti. So like that, something can take place. The one becomes eventually infinite. That is the problem, Prahlad Maharaj says. Vimunchati yada kaman
विमुञ्चति
विमुञ्चति
यदा
यदा
कामान्
मनवो मनसि स्थितान्
मनवो मनसि स्थितान्
तर्हि एवा पुण्डरीकाक्ष
तर्हि एव पुण्डरीकाक्ष
भगवत्वाय भगवत्वाय कल्पते.
भगवत्वाय कल्पते.
O lotus-eyed Lord, O Pundarikaksha, when a human being gives up the desire for a Sthayi Bhava with you in his mind, he becomes eligible only for merging into you. So here indirectly Prahlad Maharaj says, a devotee always be inclined to be in Sai Baba. Sai Baba means trying to serve you in intimate association. Matlab in Dasya, Sakya, Vasalya or Madhurya. If that desire is not there, some other desire is there, so with some other material desires, even if one practices bhakti, at max one may get Sahajya Mukti alone. Beyond Sahajya Mukti, one does not get anything. That is the problem with material desire. That means material desire not only destroy the functions of the senses, body, mind, intelligence, even though one may slowly curb them, as a result of all those things, eventually one may end up attaining Sahajya Mukti only. One cannot get into Sarupya, Salokya, Samipya, Sarishti with all the Sthai Bhavas. That is not possible. So this is the problem with material desire. If you do not desire benedictions, then why do you desire service to me? Saying that you want to be my servant, that is also desire. And you say no desire as I want, but why you are asking my to be my servant? Prahlad Maharaj says, when a person is extremely free of all desires situated in the mind, he is free from Swai Bhavas of Dasya, Sakya, etc., then he is qualified for Sayujya. So Lord says that if there is no desire in the heart, such a person is qualified for Sahaja. Akama, when no desire means Sahaja Mukti. Prahlad says, I do not desire merging, but I don't want such kind of desire thing. I don't want merging into it. When I say I don't want material desires means I don't want material desires that will bind me in this material world. Instead, I want all spiritual desires that will enable me being your servant. So Prahlad Maharaj said in the past, 7th canto 6th chapter only, while speaking to his classmates, what is not attained if the unlimited Lord is satisfied? Since we glorify and relish the lotus feet of the Lord, what is the need of dharma, artha, and kama, which are achieved automatically by the transformation of the gunas? Then what is the need of moksha? If we have achieved devotional service, then no need to think of dharma, artha, kama, moksha. They are automatically accomplished. One no need to worry about all those things. Thus, I ask for the spiritual benedictions of being your servant in Dasya Bhava, Dasya Rasa. This Swami says that Bhagavat Tattvaya means having the same power as the Lord. Bhagavattvaya, Bhagavattvaya. Merging with me is reserved. Sorry. Merging with me is revered by the sages who are Atmarama. Why do you, just a little mere boy, criticize it? So when Prahlad Maharaj said that no desire means merging, I don't want such kind of merging. I want spiritual desires. Spiritual desires means Dasi Bhakti. Then Lord becomes little. How can you say that the entire world is glorifying Sajja Mukti and you are criticizing it? What audacity is yours? Thinking himself defeated by those words of the Lord, Prahlada offers respect. So now Prahlad Maharaj does not want to argue anymore with the Lord. He finally said that, please accept my obeisances. Om Namo Bhagavate Tubhyam.
Om
Om
Namo Bhagavate Tubhyam.
Purushaya Mahatmane.
Carry on, Mataji.
Mahatmane,
Haraye Adbhuta Simhaya.
Haraye Adbhuta Simhaya,
Brahmane Paramatmane.
Brahmane Paramatmane.
So when Lord said that all the great sages are glorifying Sahajya Mukti, how can you say I don't want Sahajya Mukti? Then Prahlad says, so Prahlad Maharaj does not want to disrespect anybody, does not want to show off that he is so great than all the great sages. He simply keeps quiet and as a closing remark, he offers obeisance to Supreme Lord by chanting these wonderful names. He says that Om Namo Bhagavate Tubhyam. I offer respects unto the Supreme Lord. Purushaya, full of six qualities. Huh? Mahatmane, the great Purusha, the great soul. Haraye Adbhuta Simhaya, the killer of all miseries. Haraye means the killer of all miseries. Adbhuta Simhaya means the wonderful lion and man, the wonderful Narasimha. Brahmane Paramatmane, who is Brahman and who is Paramatma. The most important and different attributes of Supreme Lord are called for and offered obeisances. You are Brahman, Paramatma, you are Bhagavan, and you are Mahatma, you are Purusha, you are Adbhuta Simha, and you are Hari. So unto you let me offer my obeisances. So like that, as a closing remark, Prahlad Maharaj keep becoming silent, just offers obeisance to Supreme Lord. Then Lord responds. The Lord's response will continue in the next class. So today we'll stop here. And thank you very much to all the devotees for joining. Hare Krishna. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव भक्तवृंद की जय.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Thank you very much.
Dandavat pranam.
Dandavat
Dandavat
pranam.
pranam. Okay, Hare Krishna. We'll stop here.